wanted to come on here and show you guys my latest and greatest glue book pages. I actually posted a little short of them yesterday, but I thought I would share them. I really like how they turned out. This specifically, she is, if you guys are familiar with the book, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. I had that book and it fell apart, and I saved the picture, like the title, like the cover, because I didn't want to throw it away. And I finally found a use for it. I put it in my glue book, and this is just kind of what I came up with. It's kind of like a page about kind of like the pressures of all the things in my head. It actually has a little more of like a purpose and is a little deeper than most things I usually make. I don't know that the things I usually make have like much of a meaning, but anyway, if you guys are interested, like the quote down here says, "As the years go by, as we grow older, we bury parts of ourselves, don't we? The parts that make us vulnerable, that show us perhaps as we really are." And then of course, grit, determination, strength, and balance. When I grow up, I want to be onward, upward, do the hustle, like just everything that we feel, all the pressures to like be more, do more, something that is just has been on my mind a lot. So anyways, that's what this is. And then over here, it says time to eat up at the top. And I put all these different pictures of food that I have that I've been collecting. So yeah, I've been doing some different work. If you go back to like a couple of my previous pages, I had done like the color theme. I really enjoyed this. I love yellow, and I loved putting together all the different yellow things that I had. So really enjoyed that. Then I had done like my flower pages. Skip the page here apparently. And then I skipped another page, but I did that one that I did a video on before about like all about me. So I've been just trying to do more. As you can see, I have a lot of like solids here. Something I saw in a video that really inspired me is how people cut even like just like the scraps and like the strips of different colored paper. I love it because I feel like it's a good way to cut more of the magazine and use more of it, and not feel like you're wasting a bunch of it. So just wanted to kind of share what I've been up to. I've been doing a lot of cutting, harvesting, organizing, going through what I have. I feel like I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about like what I've been up to when it comes to my magazine hobby. Like I said, these last couple days I've gotten back into making some of my glue book pages, so that's been really fun. But earlier last week, I actually took some magazines, my glue book and my binder with all my magazine clippings to school with me to work. And during my lunch break, I actually clipped magazines and I was like sorting them. So what I did now is at school, in my classroom, I have a few magazines, scissors, and I have a freezer size Ziploc bag. And I'm gonna be trying to just make time for that during my lunch break. Just a way for me to feel like I'm like doing more of like my own, hobbies. I feel like the week gets so busy, and even the weekend comes along and I'm trying to get all the things done, and I feel like I haven't really been making as much time for myself as I'd like to. So having that in my classroom was kind of like a step in the right direction for me, and I'm proud of that because I have been pulling it out and doing that during lunch. And I have that Ziploc bag over there, and I'll just bring it home at the end of each week and sort it into my binder. And then I wanted to show you guys, like, these are some of the things I've been clipping lately that I have all kind of in here that I haven't organized yet. I wanted to show you guys that, and I wanted to show you guys my binder and like what it's looking like right now in here. When I took my binder to school, I don't know if you guys can see, I know I showed it in the last video, but just in case you didn't watch that video yet, I have these like little tabs on there, like kind of like those little post-it tabs with all my categories, like flowers, food, faces, coffee, sunflowers, quotes. So it's been really helpful to have it sorted like that because I can quickly flip through and see what I have. And right now I feel like I have quite a bit. I've also been starting to save different, like I said, strips of papers. Let me get to it and show you guys, like, where are you? Like here I have my purple, I have my red strips of paper, but I've actually been needing to get some more sheet protectors. So I have to go to Walmart and get some soon. But something that I've just like really been loving, like my absolute favorite things to find for some odd reason are things like this. I like cutting out things that are like brands that I like and use. I don't know what my fascination is, but I think it's just so cute. I don't know why, but I love it. So I cut, like you can see here, like this hand soap that we use, different cereal I like, Keds, Post-it notes. Like I love pictures of real things. And then something else that I really like are like these kind of like cartoony things I find a lot in magazines, like these like cartoon like animations of like vegetables, things like that. I love obviously like scenery pictures, like outside people. I have just a lot of different things. Like here's more things I need to put with my other page of things. I don't know why these ended up here, like, you know, like real things that I was just talking about. I like lifting weights, so I cut that out. But I don't know, I love to watch like how it progresses, like what I like to cut. I cut a lot of quotes too. And in here, I actually have a lot of things for the fall, Halloween. So I plan on making a page for Halloween soon. But yeah, and then of course you guys know that I love to cut food because food is my favorite. So I love cutting all the delicious food. I'm also collecting some coffee pictures because I want to make another coffee collage. So yeah, it's been really fun. I just, like I said, I don't know what it is. I know you guys really, but this hobby for me, it's like, I love it. It relaxes me. It helps me like sorting things out and putting them into categories. I think that's my favorite part of this hobby, is putting them all into different categories and then like using them up when I feel like my binder's starting to get really full, because I feel like I'm like organizing and cleaning out. But then I'm also just kind of like, I've enjoyed seeing how my style and interests for what I cut and the glue books I make has progressed over time, like how it's developed, because I went into it just very simple and relaxed and without any specific purpose. And I've loved watching just kind of like how it's just changed and developed, you know, in the last several months. So that's that binder you guys know about. And then I have, of course, my letter book that you guys know about. I've been trying to use my letters lately, like in that Time to Eat picture, the glue book, I used it. And I still have all my letters kind of like, you know, in alphabetical order because I'm a teacher and that's what we do. And it also makes it really easy, of course, to find what I'm looking for. I have capital letters and lowercase letters in alphabetical order. So that's this. And then I have all my magazines organized. I know I told you guys, I did like a short video that I told you guys that I was going to be organizing. So I do have a couple things to show you guys. Let's see here. So I'm very proud of where I've gone. Actually, as you guys see that little strip of paper there, that was from yesterday because I did do some crafting, which I'm proud of. I did a lot of work in here in my office yesterday. So my fiance and I share our office, and it was really important to me to get some organization in here because it was getting kind of crazy. I still have goals for the magazines. As you guys can see, I have a lot of magazines. I would like to do something more like vertical, up and down, against the wall. I feel like that would be like really a lot more helpful and just like organized. But as of now, I have my magazines here that I haven't clipped, and they're pretty much sorted into different like categories. And then I have trash bags. They're like Walmart bags and grocery bags because I go through a lot of scraps, obviously. So I want to be like taking my trash out regularly. And then over there, like that Amazon box that I have in the corner, those are the magazines that I've already gone through, clipped through, that I like to save. And like once that box gets full, I like to go through the magazines again so that I can see anything I might have missed. So that's really fun. I actually plan on doing some of that right now, is like pulling some stuff out of there and see what I can find. Now that, like I said, I've just been challenging myself to clip more than what I've already been clipping, if that makes sense, like more than just a picture, like think outside the box and like, how can I use this letter? How can I use this different color or background? And then this, I told you guys before that my fiance was making me like kind of like a stand for my camera so that I don't have to hold it or have it on this. Right now I've been doing like this. I have it on top of this organizer here, as you guys can see. And so, yeah, once we get this done that he's been making, because now all he needs to do, he said, is like level it to like how high I want it. He needs to add some pieces to like the ends up there and on the bottom, and then it'll be ready to use. So you guys will see that my setup is going to look a little bit different because you guys are going to see me from like the top down instead of how it's been at like a certain angle. So I think that'll be really helpful, and I'm excited for that. All right. So yeah, I'm ready for it to not be kind of like just different angles all the time. Like I'm ready for some consistency in my angles. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to look for a magazine in here, and I am going to see what I may have missed. So I'm ripping off, I ripped off just like a little address. Okay, anyways, I am gonna go through this magazine and see what I can find. So right off the top, I'm noticing that I like this flower here. So, and I like these lipsticks too. And this is actually my favorite color. If you guys didn't know, it's hot pink. So I am cutting this. If you guys got a glimpse of my robe earlier, I am wearing a hot pink robe right now, actually. And then I've also been like recently really enjoying cutting out faces. So I'm gonna cut her face out. But yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling really good because I've been making more time for magazine cutting again. Feels like when you start to prioritize your you time, like your me time, you start to feel kind of just like all is right in the world. I don't know, I just, it feels good to take time for myself because it has been really busy. As I told you guys before, I really like her. I feel like I've seen her in a ton of movies and shows. And I'm gonna cut out a large piece of her. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious how much time you guys spend. I know I like come on here and I see videos every day and some from the same people every day. And I just like, I feel so proud to see people like taking time to do the things that bring them joy. Because I know that that's not always easy, even though we're all in different places in our lives and like everybody's got, you know, a different like, I don't know, routine or different like circumstances. Some people are retired. Some people like work full time. We all kind of have different situations. And so for me, I work full time and, oop, that was a really bad cut. I work full time and I'm a teacher. So the time that I have feels pretty limited most of the time. I also have, you know, like personal life responsibilities like we all do. And, it's taken a lot of me having to be very intentional with my me time and like what I want to do because, or I don't even know, I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but I was going to say that it's taken a lot from me to prioritize me time because I think most of us know that if you are busy, most of the time it feels like me time is like the last thing on your list. Even though it's so important, if you have a bunch of other things that you're responsible for, it's not always doable to get a lot of me time. So I think that, you know, it's not that people don't want to have time for themselves, it's just that it's not always doable. So let's see. Sometimes I come on here and I feel like I just ramble and ramble and ramble. And I feel like I might be boring people to death. I hope not. I hope you guys, you know, get something out of my conversations with you. But at the same time, I really enjoy doing it. It feels like talking to friends, and I love that feeling. So I hope you guys enjoy as much as I do. And if anything, thank you so much for being here, watching my clipping and joining me in my happy time when I cut and I create things. Magazine clipping and magazine art has been really fun for me to discover because I've always been the kind of person that felt like I didn't have anything to really give artistically. I didn't really ever have any creative outlet. So it's been really cool to find something that I enjoy and that I'm not so hard on myself about. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed having a hobby that I can do that is completely for my own enjoyment. I'm not trying to necessarily like accomplish something. I'm not like so hard on myself about it. I just kind of let it be what it is. And it's been fun. And what I think is really fascinating is like, this is what I was talking about earlier, is like going through magazines that I had already gone through before, and like look at how many more things I just got. Like look at all these different pictures. That's the cool thing to me, is how the more you look at your magazines, the more you find. I can go through it once and I'll miss something, and then I go back around and I find so many more things. So I really try to, like I said, get like a box of magazines that I've already gone through and make sure that I go through them again before I, you know, consider them done. That's just like white background. I told you guys I've been cutting more just like colors so that I could use in my glue books, and so I don't waste as much when I cut through my magazine. But it's fun when you start to see it from a different perspective. Like you go back and you start cutting again, and you find things that you didn't find before. I love this apple background behind them, this picture. It's really cool. This is cool. It's like apple. So some of these things are really fun as far as like decorative things, but I am more of like, I don't know, I'm not really into all the decorative stuff. But this page is awesome because it makes me want to eat this. These tacos look delicious. And so I try to save these like big pages. If I like the whole page, I just keep it. And then I keep going. Oh my goodness, pieces of cake. So yeah, sometimes I find like full pages. I might have told you guys that before, but I have been saving more full pages that I plan on using once I start another glue book. I might even do it in this one. I haven't really seen like how to see if like it's big enough for that. But I want to start a glue book for just like my large images. I actually saw someone else that did that, and I can't remember her name right now, but she had a glue book where she specifically put her big pictures. So if I find her and I remember who it is, I'll make sure to tell you guys about her next time. I'm pretty sure I talked about her in a video before though. But I follow a lot of people that do the magazine thing, and I don't know if you guys remember I said this, but it's something I've been doing for so many years, and I never ever even considered that there was like a whole community that did this. And so when I found out, I was amazed. I was amazed when I found out that there are all these people that have the same hobby that I do of clipping magazines. The glue book was new to me. That I had not done, but I've been clipping magazines since I was in high school, and I never quite knew like what to do with the clippings. And when I found like this magazine YouTube, I was like seriously amazed. Even more so once I found the glue books. I thought that was just amazing. So yeah, it's been really, really cool for me to see what people do. Some people take it to all these just different and creative avenues. Like, I don't know, they do so many things I would never even think about. I've been seeing a lot of like, you know, different kinds of journals that people do, and different types of like little postcards, like little note cards, and just different cards people make. And it's just been really fun to see like what people come up with. I don't have a lot of time to watch videos. Like most of the time these days, I don't watch like full videos, but I'll like play them while I'm getting ready in the morning. And then it makes me so excited because then it makes me inspired, and it makes me so excited for lunchtime when I go and I do my own clipping in like during work at lunch. So I like watching them before school and kind of getting all like inspired and excited for when I get to do it later in the day. And then I do have my fall break coming up next week. We'll be off for a whole week, which is really nice. So I think then I'll have more time to do some clipping and make some videos and watch some videos from everybody else. So excited to get some new ideas. Hope to start doing some more like fall and Halloween. I know I have some magazines that are like more fall and Halloween style. This looks just amazing. If you guys can see it, let me see. This, I've actually been craving some pancakes. And we've been needing to get pancake mix and we have not. And I don't know if you guys remember, I told you I have a wheat allergy, so it's like, it has to be specific pancake mix. It has to be gluten-free pancake mix. So yeah, but I've been craving it so much, just some really good pancakes. That's one of those like simple things I miss, is just going to like a restaurant in the morning and ordering pancakes with eggs, and definitely miss that. I love these little cookies and this little cake here. So yeah, all these little like pastries, like baked goods, are one of my just favorite things. And sometimes I'll cut like full things like this, knowing that later I probably will cut them down more. But I start with that, and then it gives me that for later, like in case I want to use it for something. But what else? I got this one here. And sometimes I can do some very messy cutting, and then I know later I'll go back and like cut it nicely. Because most of the time when you're gonna make something, you end up, like if I'm making a glue book, I'll end up cutting pages down anyway, like, or cutting pictures down to make it fit what I'm trying to have it do. So I'm not too picky on how I cut the first time around. How your sense of smell enriches your life. Ooh, that's interesting. And sometimes I will like cut things out of magazines to go back and read later, but it's pretty rare that for me to actually remember to go back and read. The intention is there and then I forget. But I do believe in that, smells and how they affect you. I have an apple, like a wax. I have like a wax warmer in my classroom, and I have an apple wax melt that I only use that one. And every time people come in there, they're like, that smell is so amazing. And it's like my happy smell. Like if I have that going, I'm happy. So I'm a big believer of like scents can make us happy and make us feel all these different things. So definitely let me know if you guys have a smell like that that you just love, makes you happy. Something I realized today is I like the smell of wet grass. I don't know if that's typical, but the grass was being watered in our neighborhood, and I was like, I like that smell, and I don't think I had ever realized that before. So let me know if you like the smell of wet grass. Obviously, I love the smell of rain. I think that one's pretty common. Lots of smells. I love smells. I'm thankful that I have the ability to smell. And I told you guys I love cutting these like real images, like of real brands and things. All right, guys, so that was all just one magazine that I had already gone through before. And I look at all these images that I got, even though I had already gone through it once before. Like, how crazy is that? And what I'm gonna do with the magazine now is I'm gonna put it back in that box, and I put it in the back, and then it'll be last for me to go back through. But I'll probably go through it once or twice again, and I'll probably still find more things. So just in case that's not something you've thought about doing before, save magazines you've already harvested, like gone through, and go through them again later. You'd surprise yourself in how many more images you find, because I think with time, our style and our interest and all these things change. So try that and let me know if that works for you. That's something I've learned, is how I'm making my magazines not only last longer for me, but also I'm wasting less because I'm cutting just anything I can find in the magazines, and you could just do it over and over and over again. So it's pretty cool. Try it. But okay, guys, it was great to catch up with you. I enjoyed chatting and kind of updating you on what I've been up to with my glue books and harvesting images, and like what my goals are for the images I find and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I would love to hear from you in the comments, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.